guess what? I got a Discord server. Greetings, everybody, and welcome back to the Ashes discussion round, the longest running podcast for Ashes of Creation. Today with me, the usual weirdos, Faisal, Yoni, and Stackerson.
Stop.
And we got some stuff to talk about.
Unlike last time, we have a long list of topics. Some news, some not news.
When I'm breaking shit again. There we go.
As
oh my
usual.
gosh, that looks like shit.
Okay, so do we want to talk about the thing, or you guys want to
Sure,
talk
I
about
mean,
the
we
thing?
might as well just start with the thing.
It's the main topic.
Release
and I
the
know you
thing.
really-
Is that a
I
main
know you-
topic though? It's like
I mean, it is
It's
kind
the-
of
it's like
I-
news. It's just
I
like
mean,
a
okay,
headline.
let me-
It's the most.
like-
It's the news that everyone wants to hear about, and like BCG really wants to talk
I
about.
want to
right now.
shit on people.
Well, he doesn't want to talk about it. He wants to talk about people's reaction to it. It sounds
Yeah.
like.
I mean,
Yes,
is there
that's
okay?
exactly
Let me rephrase it. Is there anything we need to talk about?
what- We can talk about
Let's
the other
just
stuff
start with
after.
it.
Anything
let's
that
start
needs to
with-
get anything small that has to be like, you know what? I'm a team player. Let's talk about your fucking cosmetics. All right? You want to talk about the cosmetics? Let's get the cosmetics. No,
because
no.
we're gonna-
We
we're
are
gonna-
starting
we're-
with
We're yeah.
the letter. It is decided.
It is.
Update-
It has been
Decided.
decided.
Update on the Ashes of Creation Alpha 1 schedule. It was posted a couple of days ago at the beginning of the week, Friday or Saturday. It was posted Friday or Saturday. I don't remember which one.
All right.
It's easy enough to look up. 12th, it was posted 2 days ago. So Stephen posted a newsletter saying like, "Hey, we made progress when we started doing testing, but like due to stuff that happened in February's testing, we've been doing regular testing since then. But shit's happened. We're having to adjust the alpha testing schedule, and the new alpha testing schedule is March 19th through June 1st, just continuous spot testing. Like just a bunch
Maybe
of spot
maybe
testing.
explain what spot testing is for those people that don't know what it is.
Basically, they just message us, the people in the NDA, and they're like, "Hey, it's time to test. We're gonna test." They give us. Sometimes it's like soon. Sometimes it's like in a day or two. And then
Sometimes,
we
yeah,
jump in and do whatever they tell us to do.
spot
They
testing
tell us
is
to
like,
jump on it down and clap our hands. That's what we do.
yeah, it's literally just like you might get a little bit of an update because they're trying to test a build that's going on, but like usually it's like, hey, we got a new build going on, we need some testing going on, like we need people that can get on to get on. So it's like kind of last minute most of the time, but
Yeah,
sometimes
it's like
we
testing,
get a
you
little,
know.
we get a little one. Yeah, it's testing. So March 19th through June 1st, you're gonna have a whole bunch of spot testing. May 14th and May through May 21st, you're gonna have the new kind of week long or few day long non-NDA test, and then the new actual Alpha 1 release date is June 1st through June 30th. So that's the new month long actual Alpha 1 date. If we get another pushback, we'll have to see how testing goes. This is all subject to change depending on how testing goes. Like it's testing. We're in alpha, people.
I mean, and I'll be honest, it does not surprise me. Like, it's active development. Shit happens, right?
True.
What I kind of what pisses me off a little bit. It's not really pisses me off. It's just like, you know, not even in hindsight. It's more like, why? You know, like when did they announce the old testing dates?
It was like at the end of Christmassy, wasn't it? Around Christmas.
So it was after
Yeah.
the Lazy Peon hype, right?
Yes, it was in like late December, if I remember correctly.
So what I don't understand why bother giving dates if you're not 100% sure? You already missed up 2 dates in the past. Intrepid is not the best when it comes to dates. Can we agree on that?
Oh no, they
Yeah, okay. So
we can't defend them.
So
in that
now,
regard.
okay, here's my train of thought, and here's where it gets crazy. Here's where I'm going towards the domain of the panda. You have way more people now watching. You have way more people, like big people, like Asmongold, Shroud, Tim the Tatman. They're all watching. Why announce dates where you're not 100% sure you can beat them? If it's just to generate hype.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure they have always said that things can change.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
They've also
So,
said
like-
in 2019 when Margaret joined, they also said, but we had a lot of dates that we said like we like. But I know what BCG's saying, and I know what you're saying. But like at the same time, it's like 2019. We got the big thing from Steve and Margaret and like the entire team saying like we're not gonna release dates unless we're 100% sure that we can hit those dates.
That's what I'm
I
getting
guess
at.
I do. Yeah.
So
you're right.
now, and this is like I said, I don't care that it's delayed. If it has to be delayed, I'm fine with that. All right. I'm just having an issue with don't
the
announce
PR
dates.
angle of it,
I'm
where
getting
it's
there.
like, yeah.
I'm getting there.
Okay, sorry, I'll let you talk.
Okay, so not like I'm not working at Trevor. I cannot tell them what to do. You know, I'm just saying in hindsight, don't give dates if you're not 100% sure. I know you want to like give transparency and give the community something to look forward to. A week before you can go live with something, that's a good time frame. Not half a year and then you push back. So now my issue is, and this has nothing to do with Trevor. It has to do with the community. You got a bunch of douchebags. Yeah, I'm calling them douchebags that are now bitching about that the NDA will not be dropped and Alpha 1 is not going to happen. And I'm like sitting here, I'm like thinking, why are you bitching about it? The people that
They're
are
bitching
already...
about it because they thought Alpha 1 was going to be actually Ashes of Creation Alpha 1, and they were going to actually play the game.
I mean,
that's
the
part of it.
ones that would be playing Alpha 1, and this is where I might be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. I think I'm like dead on with this. The ones that will be playing Alpha 1 in Alpha 1 are already testing Alpha 1 right now.
So people that pay, like everyone that paid to be playing Alpha 1 is testing Alpha 1. They're playing the Alpha 1 previews, not like full out on Alpha 1. Just like to
That's a good point.
clarify, it's under
Right?
it's under Alpha 1 preview.
So
But the
nobody should be bitching.
But the people that the people, if I might be wrong on this, but the people that won like prize codes or like got prizes to be in Alpha 1 like during the 24-hour live streams and donate a bunch of money and like they got that. They're not allowed in until the non-NDA version of the test.
That's like a handful.
Then also,
Yeah.
just a handful, and then actual like people that are on the content creator list, like the big names. Probably, I don't think they're getting in until the not until the NDA drops. But everyone that's paid to be in is testing right now.
You see, even Asmongold on Twitter said, he understands this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what? Like, I'm sitting there on Discord today, and I'm reading these people. I'm like, oh yeah, like what was his name? Ozzy something, right? And people saying it was Gigabear, but I'm not fucking sure. Doesn't matter. He was like, they're betraying us, and I'm like sitting there like. I'm the guy who used to be called the Lord of Salt. I'm the guy who got the most toxic comments for being a little bit frustrated. Is it wrong for me to assume that if I'm a bitching, nobody else should bitch?
Okay, so
Yes and no.
yeah, I mean,
Right?
like, it's one of those things where like no one should be bitch. It's a shitty situation. It's not like they
Yes.
want to delay it. It's just you're putting more pressure on them, and it's just kind of like I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, it's like
they're not
but
portraying
the same
anybody.
thing that you were doing like 2 years ago. So it's like, or a year ago. So it's like it's almost I don't know, understandable that this is happening. There'll be people like this who are like overhyped for the game. They think that they're going to like be playing the game. There's also people who are like content creators who are like looking for this game to come out for non-NDA.
Yeah, but
And
most
hope
of the
settle
most
You
of
see-
the actual most of the actual content creators are understanding. The people that are the people that are content creators that are probably angry about the delay, about the NDA delay, are
the smaller
want
ones.
to be content, like people that want to becoming content creators that are seeing Ashes of Creation as their big chance to become big and become.
then they should get started like everybody else that already has started. I hate
they
I
see- they
hate the
probably see
fucking
Ashes of Creation.
argument. I hate the fucking argument. I need Ashes of Creation to be live, otherwise I cannot do content. Oh, I'm sorry. We've been doing content for 4 years. You have people on Twitch just sitting there going through the wiki. That is content.
I'm not disagreeing on playing devil's advocate.
I'm super sorry. I had a really good day. I have way too much energy, so I really do apologize.
I could
But,
see that. What I wanted to say is basically, you guys gotta admit that there's a lot of new faces in the Discord.
Mhm.
And that's what it
Hold
is.
that
We
thought,
have a lot of
BCB.
new-
Hold that thought. Hold it.
I'm not saying anything.
What's it called?
I
That
do-
is
listen.
that is the case for sure. But you got to understand that some people don't really look at them, and I don't think they know where to get that information unless they've seen in the news. F1 is set up on this date. Okay, when they see it delayed, they'll be like, "What the shit happened? Why?" Start
Listen,
reading,
I
like
do
on Reddit or other places. I don't know.
more than I think more than a lot of people. I do understand how it feels to be really excited for Ashes, to be really hyped, to be like a fanboy and whatever. And I know how it feels when something happens that this is now like a deep part. So like you need to pay attention because I'm getting deep now and really positive. This doesn't happen often, so listen up. I do understand how it feels when you get frustrated. Everybody, all those 15 weirdos that are watching us right now, all 4 of us who've been doing the same podcast for the last 4 years, everybody that's on the Discord every day, we're all hyped for Ashes. We all want this thing to come out. We all want to play it, right? But here's the thing that people need to understand. This is a first-time studio. This is the first big release for the studio, right? This is not a AAA studio, so you don't have the resources that those do. So you have to get things like release, first non-NDA testing. You have to get this right. You have to get it right. So I do understand your frustration, but it doesn't help anybody if you bitch and complain about something that you have no impact over. Yes, you can complain. Yes, you can say this is bullshit, right? In the end of the day, it's Steven's studio, and Steven wants this to be a good non-NDA time. He wants the people to see, okay, this is an alpha testing, but this is the best that we can do so far. Because if they would produce something that is not up to where Steven wants it to, and then negativity would hit, mean comments, bad reviews. I don't know anybody that would make a review based on alpha, you're a fucking idiot anyways. And that would also have like an impact on the mindset of the people that work in Intrepid. So
Yeah.
I know how it is to be frustrated. Trust me, there are videos on YouTube that you can go watch where I'm really, really frustrated about a lot of things. It's been more than 2 years, and I still have not seen orcs. Still fucking pissed about that. But
Hey, at least you got some concept art of works, okay?
I got concept art after what? 4
looked
fucking
pretty
hey,
good.
we got fucking dwarves and fucking elves.
Okay, dwarves, they just like took the fucking
Oh, yeah.
y-axis and just
Yeah,
went down for the
I
humans.
know.
Okay, let's be real.
So
That's
I
most dwarves though, so like I don't know.
Yeah.
I get the frustration. I get that everybody wants to play an MMORPG again because most MMORPGs right now are complete and utter garbage. And I'm literally this is my routine every week. Download World of Warcraft, deinstall World of Warcraft. Download Guild Wars 2, deinstall Guild Wars 2. I do this weekly. I'm not even kidding because I need something to scratch that itch. But guess it fucking sucks, okay? I get it. But there's nothing we can do about it, right? The only thing you can do about it is go find somebody that has access to Alpha 1 and tell them you better show up to the spot test and break the fucking game so it all works out.
My thing is the people that are saying they betrayed us, or like I don't like everyone that's paid the $500 or like to get into the Alpha, like store package, Kickstarter, everyone that's paid to be a part of the Alpha 1 is Alpha 1.
And everyone who's paid knows why it's delayed.
Yeah. Everyone, and releasing an NDA, like saying it's gonna come down from NDA isn't gonna do anything, because like it coming down from NDA, like you're seeing where we are in testing in terms of like, because they show streams about it. Like they show their own streams and show off like parts of the game to us anyway.
I don't know. It's one of those things that, yeah, I can't say anything.
You know what
It's
you know what I just fucking realized?
Hmm.
I just sounded like a white knight.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, I mean, you're defending the game, so you are a white knight.
I have to fix that. Last month's cosmetics, they sucked. They were disgusting.
We're gonna get into a whole bunch of other like.
I'm a sexy banana
criticisms.
because he only hates bananas.
Okay, so should we do like a TLDR of the whole it's delayed, but you know it's for a good reason kind of thing, or?
Yes, we should.
I said my piece, so I'm good with it.
Yeah, that's like okay. So yeah, Faisal, thoughts or whatever you want to add to the topic of the delay.
Yeah, I just saw it coming. That's mostly it. To be fair, like every delay that they've done, I'm like, yeah, I can see that. I understand why. Just take your time. It's fine.
I mean, don't. I wouldn't say take your time because we were 4 years in.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like they need to, get some sleep. Make sure they're looking at this with fresh eyes. I don't want them killing themselves.
I would say
working overtime.
Don't give us hope unless you're 100% sure.
So that's where I'm gonna agree with it. I saw like it's alpha testing. I'm not surprised with the delay whatsoever. I saw the delay coming. It's alpha testing. We're testing an we're it's a true alpha. So like you're not missing a whole bunch. I don't even think the NDA should ever like come down at this point anyway.
I'm still saying
if you were going to complain, I think the fairest complaint that I can understand is that beginning of like 2019, we were promised no more dates unless we were 100% sure we could deliver on those dates. And then here we are, 2021, dates not getting, like we were promised that we're not getting that. That's what I'm just saying. I know it's the fairest I can be with that argument.
Let me.
But to be fair, it's a 50-50 type of thing, because let's say because you had like 3 spot tests were kind of accurately on time. It's just the last one that wasn't
okay. Let me.
Wait. I haven't been able to give my piece. So my only thing is like, it was nice that they actually gave the roadmap, because like we were in the dark for the longest time.
True.
So getting us out of the dark, and even if they keep on pushing dates, for us to have some idea of when things are going to happen is nice.
I think it's a mixed bag.
I think I rather them give dates and then have to push them back than us not hear anything. Because like even now with the pushbacks, they gave us dates. Would you rather them not give us these dates and just say things are pushed back? We will tell you later. I like the idea of having some time frames and some ideas of when we are going to be testing, even if they weren't what they originally said.
I mean, I would agree, but you can also frame that in like a different way. For example, you could say like, Q1, Q2, we will be testing. Depending on how that testing goes, we might drop the NDA at a certain point. I cannot give you any point at the specific dates, because we're not 100% sure that we will hit set dates. That would be way more productive, in my opinion, than what they did.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I like the dates just because then I can take time off, or tell myself I'm going to take time off and never actually do it. But that's just me.
Just to answer something from chat real quick. Truthiness, yes, they ran into a bug, and it must have been something major for them to push it back that far.
Yeah, I wish we could talk about it, but
I wish, but we can't. We just
That's part of the NDA thing.
I know we cannot talk about it. We can't.
Also, I mean,
we're not allowed to.
I can't say anything more. I'm not gonna say.
No, we can't.
Nope. Stackerson?
We're cuffed.
I
I'm
agree.
just not-
I agree with you, Stackerson. I agree with you 100%. I would prefer dates, and then they get the delays. I'm just saying. The only reason I said that is because like that's the only form of argument that I can accept out of like people that be frustrated with this is like we were promised no more dates we can't hit, and then like here we are getting dates that we can't hit. That's the only
Yeah.
form of argument I can
Yeah,
accept.
and
Yeah.
I mean for us, this may sound really how do I best put this? Negative or no, not really negative, but most of the people that are let's call them veterans of the Ash creation community, we're used to it. So we're
Yeah.
like, dates, yay! Oh, you don't hit them? Okay.
Yeah, which I mean, and that's another thing though. But as veterans and as us being used to it, it's kind of for those people who came in after the Peon video.
Yeah,
they're kind of new to
it's-
that. They're
the-
probably used to more professional. I don't want to say professional, but more development that's
Further along.
that's further along, and it's easier for them to guarantee their dates. Like
Yeah,
most alphas aren't actually like games that are in development. They are done. They're doing little tweaks or they're doing some localizations. So this alpha is a true alpha, as Steven keeps on reiterating. And because of that, a little thing can break the whole build and make it so they need to delay things.
I do want to also point out that like when we say lazy peon or Asmongold, we're not attacking people's communities. We're just giving those as example for time frames to when the game, like when the community start getting an insurge and new people.
I mean,
Those,
okay.
that's what I'm
really quick. Just want
It's
to address something. Magisto, yes, we are giving Intrepid slack because of COVID. That is no doubt about it. But we also, you know, when did they announce the dates? In December?
Yeah.
And now it's March. So that's not even 5 months where you should have be able to predict how everything is going. And yes, AAA studios as well are, you know, pushing back stuff, but they're pushing back releases. That's a big difference.
They also hedge their bets, though. I mean, a lot of their games aren't what Ashes is trying to be, and that's what's causing the issues. It's like so many of these games aren't trying to push the software and hardware to the extremes that Ashes is trying to do, like with instancing and stuff.
Someone was giving Steven the COVID out for this. Like he like so people were giving Steven the COVID out for this, but Steven, something that I think is great. That's like Steven said, like this particular pushback is not due to COVID. It's like I think he said that it's just something that happened during testing, during the February test, and like
yeah. I don't know. Can we talk about this? I don't know. Is it?
I don't. No, you can't. I'm just saying something he said in chat. Like that's just one thing he said in chat.
Okay, just make sure it's not the NDA chat. Otherwise, you know.
Yeah.
Bad Yoni. Okay, so anything regarding the pushback? I gave my piece, so I'm happy.
Yeah, we've all given our pieces.
We're all good. Jackerson,
Yeah.
you good?
I don't think I have anything else to say.
All right.
It sucks, but it's okay.
Next topic, please.
Let's start off with the March cosmetics, then we'll get to the leaks.
This is really getting on my nerves. Welcome to the Ashes Creation discussion round, the podcast where we most of the
we gotta
time
milk things for content, okay?
let's talk about cosmetics. Welcome to the Ashes Creation discussion round.
You already did talk about them last podcast. You're the one that brought them up.
I mean, there's nothing really to talk about. Okay, it's cosmetics. I mean, we always say the same thing. Do you like the cosmetics? Yes. No. Okay. You're
the one that wanted to bring it up last time and talk about them. I told you to wait till this podcast.
Okay, chill. I need to find them first. It's the one with the bunny, right?
Yes.
Okay. So do we just start from the top? Do we go overall? How do people feel? Do we want to do an overall?
I mean, Yoni,
how do you feel about the cosmetics?
Yoni is
overall. I want to hear BCG's opinion because I think he was super hyped about it before, but I'm very curious about his opinion now.
How did something change?
What do you mean? How did something change?
I mean, I guess I don't know. We'll see what.
Okay, let me
what he's
put
gonna get upset about.
let me put it this way.
It's like if there's a cosmetic you like, there's a cosmetic like. It's not gonna like sour the whole pack because there's like some cosmetics.
let me put it this way. The cosmetics are always really good, right? The concept art for the cosmetics, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the models end up better. I feel like that is like, but we should talk about that later.
So, all right, I'm putting on my helmet. All right, just to be in the mood. Like I said, with the whole corgi cosmetics, I'm not a big fan of them taking too much inspiration from real life, and they kind of made it clear that this is, based on like, this is Sparta, kick somebody in a big black hole. So I mean, they look dope. I mean, I like the armor set. Like
How do you feel about the fact that it's like you like the armor set? How do you feel about the fact that it's an elfin armor set?
It's fucking disgusting. I would never fucking touch that. I would never fucking touch that. How do you know this is an elf armor set? How the fuck did I?
Are these Imperium or something?
Yeah.
These are Imperium.
Yeah.
Through.
Yeah.
Is this like default Imperium or an offshoot or something like that? Sorry, I have not read the lore, so
Yeah.
we wanna go
So
over that.
Imperium elves are based on like their art style like takes inspiration from Greco-Roman influence. Like their influence from Greco-Roman. Each of the races takes real world influences. Like the Renkai orcs are Japanese. The Imperium elves are Greco-Roman. I made a giant fucking forum post about this. Let me bring that up.
I don't bring up
One of the
posts.
humans are quote unquote Arab.
Middle Eastern, yeah, they're Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
Mainly taking mainly taking inspiration from Arabian themes. Yeah, I made an argument that
Okay,
in the post.
they're elf themed, so this is elves. So
These are like the high elves, or at least that's what we've called
Yeah.
them in the past. They're kind of, I don't know if we should call them that anymore because this,
That's pretty much what they are. They're
the ram is the ram is the pet, right?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and then you got the freehold skin,
Yes.
which I don't fucking know what that's gonna be. You got
That's
I'm
something that
debating-
most probably you put in the backyard.
I'm
whatever.
debating whether that's going to be a religious shrine, like how I've guessed the other ones are, or if it's like straight up just a decoration.
I think it's a
No.
decoration. Okay, then you got the I mean,
Chariot.
the pet and the mount just don't fit in it.
So I don't know the pet, but the mount is based off of some, which
But wait,
the
I'm not done.
mount's based.
I'm not done it. Okay, so they all look dope, but I don't understand the fucking caravan skin.
It's a Roman chariot.
It's
Yeah,
a
the
chariot. It's not a
horses-
caravan. There's a big
Yeah.
fucking difference between
Yeah.
a chariot and a caravan. So somebody, please, an intrepid, if you're watching this, explain that to me. Thank you very much.
There's a big difference between a chariot and a caravan.
Yeah, because that should be more of like a mount skin than a,
Right? That's what I
that-
was thinking. Like a group
than
mount,
a
like
caravan skin. I didn't think about that, but yeah.
Yeah, like
Because yeah, you'd want to ride that chariot kind of as a mount, like
I
in
can see
combat,
that as maybe
not
like
just-
a group mount.
ride your chariot into your chariot caravan into the fray, lose all your stuff.
This ties really back into like if skins change the
Usage?
skeleton and animation of the thing you put them on, then it like skins are pay to win. I have a degree of pay to win.
Oh god, are we gonna start that whole conversation again?
Oh no,
No,
not that
no.
again, please no.
I'm gonna fucking leave and come back in
Have
an
a
hour.
like freedom to do stuff. Like, don't be like, you need to make sure this is by this, or it's pay to win because
Yeah, I'm
if it's a
100%
little
agree.
smaller,
No,
than
it
you
is
are,
it is a caravan skin.
It's a caravan skin, but it takes away like
It's a fucking. It even says it. Crusher,
3/4 of the
Crusher. You see, Crusher, carriage,
but the
caravan
mounts are
cosmetic
bigger.
skin.
Maybe that'll be the makeup. Maybe the mounts will be bigger to make up for the fact
Okay.
that the caravan itself is a little
Then,
smaller.
then let me ask you this,
Maybe.
right?
Kind of like how the
Right,
crocodile is
so
smaller.
just like to stay within the lore and immersion and all that stuff, where are you gonna put your goods? Where are you gonna put the
Oh,
resource?
yeah, I agree with that.
You
part
gonna
too.
you gonna put them where the sun doesn't shine?
We didn't have to go there, but yeah,
I'm going
it's like,
fucking there because I'm a big on immersion, and this is a carriage, not a caravan. This is like no.
it's not a. I don't know if I don't know if I
This is
consider it a carriage. It looks like a combative chariot.
Yeah,
Like
and
something you would ride into battle with like
Dude.
with a rider and
There's two pimp ass bikes coming out from the side. I expect to go this to war, not to fucking let me
not
store my fish.
leisurely stroll across the countryside with.
Okay, wait. Here, Blackjack also just pointed something out. The first line of the description. Many would question the efficiency of a war chariot in the Imperial military arsenal, considering the geography of their homelands. This is mad confusing. I'm sorry. This is more like I feel like this is a war
I
mount.
really should have read the lore because yeah, they're calling it a war chariot.
I know it's just like
Look, I'm not going to say that they're not used in history as okay, let's transport some goods. Okay, they've done that.
But they're
Okay.
usually bigger than
But
this.
this one, but they're bigger ones. Like this is
Yeah.
like
Yes,
two
but it's
person war
limited
chariot.
supply.
Yeah, this is
it's
like-
made for messages, fucking
No,
having small amount of supplies. and
this is
that's it.
like one of the ones they use in the
Okay.
what's it called?
Arena?
No, yeah, the Colosseum in Rome,
Yeah.
where you have
Yes,
you have
yes.
one guy going wah, and then you have another guy with a bow shooting the slaves and the gladiators.
Yeah, but BCG chariots have been used in multiple ways. It's not just been
It's a war
used for
chariot. It will have somebody with a bow on it.
I mean, they could have a spear too.
Okay, let's move on. Next cosmetic.
Don't be stubborn.
Okay,
fool.
let's stop.
I'm saying
Get-
it's been used for everything.
So the thing is, I don't know how this just doesn't look like an efficient thing for transporting things. Which, to our knowledge, that's how you use your caravans.
I know, so I don't want to talk about it because we keep breaking cosmetics. We literally keep breaking cosmetics. So let's just move on.
Yeah. No, it looks beautiful.
Yeah,
It's just
it's
I
nice.
question its use case.
Okay, can we talk about the okay, well, I don't know, somebody else talk. I'm kind of done with this cosmetic set.
I mean, I like the bunny and ram. I ain't gonna lie.
I wish it
I
was like
want
a
them.
hollylop, but I guess this looks more correct for a
I
bunny.
feel like the
mount.
bunny mount doesn't really fit in. The bunny and the ram, they don't fit in with the rest with the other four cosmetics.
I think the
I'm not-
ram is fine color wise, but I agree with the bunny.
Whoa,
Sorry, I
whoa,
cut you
stop,
off.
stop. Everybody quiet. Steven just wrote, this particular skin has a shrink permanency spell cast on its storage compare. Ah, okay, there you go. You see, that
okay.
works for me. That works for me.
Okay, Steven.
That works for me.
That
Works for
works
me.
for you.
It
Works for
looks
me.
like it's for war. It looks like I need to charge after anyone who's coming at me.
No, hey,
But,
no, literally, if you have a teddy bear that is a freaking mount, all right, and Steven says that is a thing, I'm okay with it. That's not immersion breaking. That makes sense. I can follow that
No.
logic.
I'm way more okay with Stuffertons being like this animated golem mount than I am with the chariot having shrinking things for the like.
I'm fine with the shrinking thing. I just feel like it still looks good for charging people. It looks like
It
it's
still
for
does.
war.
That's what I'm telling you guys. It's been used for fucking everything. That's
But yeah,
horrible.
you're right. Okay. I just want to charge someone with like a spear when I'm
I
riding
mean,
this thing.
I could see like this also being like a mount that you use in sieges. You know, with like you and a buddy on it. You know, like group
I mean,
mounts.
that'd be cool if I guess I don't know how that affect gameplay, but like if the game war became like combat mechanics involved things like war chariots and
But by the way, thank you for clarifying,
giant
Steven.
mounts.
Thank you for clarifying. We appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Shrinking magic.
Yes, indeed.
Boom, it works. From now on, every
Those are
time we have a problem, it's like boom, shrinking magic.
Well, to be fair, like Magic does so much. It's not really that big of a stretch of the mechanics of the universe. It just I'm not gonna say it again.
I mean,
Magic is the
It is
magical.
a good looking cosmetic.
Magic is the fucking
size-wise,
magic
that's
storytelling magic storytelling device that fixes all problems.
Okay, but mages have gravity ability. It like squishes everyone together.
Levitation.
No, the gravity black hole ability. You know, I feel like
The
if you could do
black hole.
that, you could do something with shrinking.
You guys have said you're okay with it. I'm not. Like,
I still think it looks like something that you ride into war on, and not something you transfer
yeah,
to goods.
100%. It definitely looks like something you would ride in the war on.
Blackjack just wrote something in chat from the wiki. You guys might want to read that real quick.
The military.
I mean, you know, Steven explained it. Done.
Yep,
Cool.
and I agree with Blackjack.
Wait, is that part of the lore? Did I miss that part? Because I did
No,
stop
I
reading.
think that's the thing. That's the wiki post based on *SHARE*. It's not the actual.
Oh, okay. I got you.
You see, the thing.
So back in Sanctus, people use these chariots for war, but in or sorry, I didn't even read that.
Some
I'm
would.
sorry, Blackjack. I didn't finish
Okay,
reading.
in a nutshell,
Steven wrote.
basically this has said in the Iron Age and the Bronze Age, it was used for warfare. After that, they've used it for other things, like moving goods / traveling.
Steven writes. Some would argue launching a caravan is sort of the same as going to war. Yeah,
That is true.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like the guy knows how to argue, so you know he knows how to say, yeah.
No,
The thing is, the thing that I want to know now.
Right back.
The thing that I want to know now, because we see in caravans in the game. What I'm wondering now is, because this is only like, how big is this compared to like the caravan that we've seen so far?
Like 1/4 of the size. It looks like.
Yeah. So.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess the horses look like they could be bigger than your average horse.
Yeah.
But
Taller at least.
The caravan itself looks like it's kind of just a normal sized chariot, or of this style.
All right, what's the next one,
But
you guys want to continue talking about this? You guys want to move on to another one?
I think we can move on. I mean,
all right, Yoni, you're the
thing.
cosmetics guy. What do you want to talk about next?
The leaks.
The leaks.
The leaks are the
Cosmetic
obvious
leaks?
one.
All right,
The leaks are the
all right,
obvious next thing to talk about.
All right, let me grab them real quick.
So was there only the 2 leaks?
Yeah, that was only the 2 leaks. They were immediately after Steven. Like after Steven announced the delay, he gave us the 2 leaks. This is like saying like, here's some leaks to say like, sorry, there's a delay. Here's some leaks.
Yoni, you got the images somewhere? Otherwise,
I do have the images somewhere, but they're just like. Yeah.
I find them. Just do your thing. Keep talking about it.
So.
What's your issue? Yeah, I know already where this is going, but I'm just gonna be like devil's advocate. What's your issue with the leaks, with the cosmetics?
So with the first one, the guys of the Withering Woods, I understand making her bald. I 100% understand making her bald. You want to show off the tiara or the crown thing. I'm 100% under the assumption that this is just an NPC wearing the armor.
You're talking about the dwarf now, right? The dwarf.
Oh,
No,
so you're
no,
worried that it's gonna make you bald if you put that on?
No. That's not the problem. My thing is like the glowing eyes and the black claws. If that's the fact, the bald thing I'm not worried about whatsoever. That's just to show off the tiara. Like the cosmetic shows hair. I'm 100% understanding that you're gonna have hair. I'm not worried about the bald thing. My thing with this is that like, if you're showing off the cosmetic, why haven't an NPC that has the glowing eyes and black claws from the concept art instead of just showing, like, unless you're suggesting that we're getting the glowing eyes and black claws with the that's part of the cosmetic as well.
I guess I assume that's because I mean, if you look at the other one, that definitely does affect your character's appearance. It turns your skin to that like molten ashy and gives you the I guess I assumed it gives you those like
100%. Well, and I will get to that.
So
and I will,
your eyes would become glowing.
Chat. You only chat.
Okay, so yeah, Steven clarified. It gives you the
Well,
glowing eyes.
You can ask him. He's actually watching, so you can ask him right now. So if you have a question regarding your cosmetic issues, there's the source. Go nuts.
It does give the glowing eyes and claws. I was under the so like in previous ones when we've seen things like that, like so with other ones that show extra shit to it. That extra stuff is not part of the that has been said. It's not part of the cosmetic. Like the garb of the silent hurricane, all the mist and thunder and shit was not part of the cosmetic. Like we are. Like,
Oh, okay,
gotcha.
Gotcha.
The fireballs and stuff, like all the extra stuff that we see sometimes with this stuff, we're told it's not part of the cosmetic.
Yeah, but that's in the cosmetic. That is in the concept art. So this is a 3D rendering.
Yeah, this is the 3D rendering, but we haven't seen rendering for those either. Like this is the first time with like the extra has been added to the 3D render as well. So like the glowing eyes and the black claws, I'm happy with that. Some people I've talked to said they don't want that because they don't want the it to change too much of their character. Like they want the costume, not the character changes as well. I'm 100% okay with the glowing eyes and black claws being part of the cosmetic.
All right.
Okay, Steven
Steve,
has replied, and if you see it on the rendered model, you will get it.
there you go.
Then moving on.
That makes sense.
I mean, rendered is rendered. Oh, there you go.
Moving on to the face of sorrow.
Oh, that's the mushroom roots, right?
That was the one.
No,
that was the one. That was the one you were just on. We were talking about the one before this,
Yeah.
the blue one. This is the one he was just talking about.
Oh, okay, okay. Never mind. My bad.
Face of sorrow.
That was the one with the demon wolf, right? The black wolf and the black tower.
Yeah.
And the really cool boat.
It makes you look like Balov for Dragon from Balvar for Dragon from WoW.
Yeah,
I agree.
It's not how I pictured the cosmetic to look when you bought it. Like it does not look like the concept art.
Wait, what's the name of it again?
So I do kind of agree. The concept art, it looked like more of a red energy. This now looks more molten, like lava.
Yeah,
it makes you look like a lava elemental instead of you could say like the dark glowing stuff was coming out of the armor. People have said that it looks more skeletal in the cosmetic line. I would just say that it's like armor and stuff. This looks like a full-on race.
Where are you getting these images? I wanna. So, I don't.
It looks like a full-on race change with some armor, like the armor helmet and stuff.
I'm looking for the cosmetic post right now. Hold on a second.
It looks like a full-on, it looks like more like a race change than armor. And
yeah, sorry, but
I'm also
okay.
I'm also kind of more interested in now seeing like how they're gonna do the male and female counterpart, because in the armor, in the cosmetic armor, they were the same. This one, I don't think they should be the same anymore because this isn't armor you're wearing. This is turning your body into like molten.
Okay, hold on. I got the original. Cosmetic post just to make this a little bit easier on a visual level for our viewers. We're talking about
the female version. Her boobs would fall out. You could. There's other ways to work around that.
She is rotting.
Okay, so we're talking.
It looks like they're like dead. It looks like this looks more because the render looks more molten. I love how it looks, but it definitely looks more molten. And the other one looked more like corrupted energy. If that's
100%. This one just makes you look like a lava element.
So looking at this one,
he's not wrong. Yeah,
okay, I'm looking at this one. This is just my point of view. When I saw this cosmetic pack with the wolf and everything, I was not thinking lava. I was thinking corruption.
Yeah.
Right. Because undead wolf, half dead horse, tower with skulls, ship, the ship, just whatever. And then, looking at the armor set specifically, I assumed it's like a lich kind of, just with corruption light coming through it, and then going to the 3D render. Yeah,
I guess it's just that yellow there. it's for the most part red, but it's going more orangey yellow
Yeah, but
instead of maybe like pinky.
look at the
Like,
skin.
would
Look
that change it?
look at
But
the
the underbit isn't armor.
But-
It's that's definitely 100 like that looks like
Yeah,
more
that's
like
your
your
skin.
skin.
Chat,
Yeah,
that's
chat,
your
chat,
skin.
chat. Go check chat. Steven writes, I think the FX. No.
Pass hasn't happened yet.
Thank you.
Okay.
But yeah, even if the VFX hasn't swung,
Okay, so he's saying he'll say it'll go to a red glow as opposed, or he assumes during the
But
pass that it'll go more red.
That's not my problem with it.
It's the
Okay,
skin,
what's the
right?
problem?
You promise the skin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not armor. It's a skin. Like it's like more like a race change skin.
No, I mean,
But it was always like that.
yeah.
Sorry, when I look at this, that's what I see is that it like that's your skin under this armor.
That's what I'm
That's like
saying.
glowing. Yeah. So I guess I don't. I feel like that's how it already was, but I'm confused.
Yokai, wait, guys, let the yokai explain himself.
My thing's not like I can't like pull up the large image because my internet's being weird right now. I don't know what's going on.
What do you need?
So under like on the basic concept art, it was more like people assumed it was more undeady. You were more of a skeleton or anything. I always thought like maybe it was like more plated armor and then had that glowing glowing corrupted look to it and then the glow to it, more like maybe still like an undead kind of like armor look, but it was still armor. It wasn't like
You
my
didn't assume it was going to actually change your skin. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I guess I thought the other way. I thought how it's turned out.
I had
There's
a
a lot
feeling.
of skins like this in Guild Wars that do the same thing. So like I guess I instantly thought of Guild Wars and how they do some of their skins where it does like change your skin.
yeah.
The problem that it's not really a problem. Like I said, I need to see it in game. Till then, it is what it is. I just went on the assumption, like I said earlier, it is more corruption than lava, whatever. But then, when I look at the 3D rendering, all of it, the armor pieces, they all look exactly like in the concept art, which is okay. The only thing that I have an issue with, if you look at the skin of the model, it really does remind me of Bulwark 4 Dragon from World of Warcraft, which
It's 100%.
which got burned.
We'll see what it looks like when they change the color.
Yeah,
I
okay.
like the spiky look of the skin, like the spikes that it adds. I'm gonna be interested to see how this like changes. Sorry, I guess I don't have the image. I don't know where it is, but it's adding like spikes and stuff to your skin.
Yeah,
so
I
I
see
think
that,
looks
yeah.
really neat.
This is
It does definitely have like a more charry effect. So like we'll see what happens as they do more passes on it. Maybe they'll.
We agree that it looks a little bit like magma, right? Like more.
Oh yeah, I think that's agreed. And in Steven's comment, he said that they'll probably do some passes that'll make it more reddish, and I assume they'll also make it look less charcoaly or.
Here's
it's still an issue.
what I think is wrong about this is like, okay, I do agree with Yone in some regards, because, and I do agree with Steven because Steven did say they still haven't added the VFX on it, which I do agree that has a role in it. But if you look at the cosmetic really closely, you could see that the chest area is open and you're able to see ribcage.
Yeah, no, not necessarily. You cannot tell.
I see it.
I saw that. I saw that.
The rib cage.
And I also thought that is the rib cage. But now, looking at the model,
Where'd you get the model from? Do I have to go to Twitter?
and I just Instagram search.
You can go to Twitter. You can go
Not
to
Instagram. Discord search after Steven's last messages. It's right there.
or you can go to the Ashes of Creation news, at the Discord, and they're the first thing you can find there.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, I think I see your point. Where it does look like more like molten skin, as opposed to like light shining through your rib cage.
Exactly. That's
Yes.
what I'm. Yeah. So. Why have we become?
That's probably a texture. So if they revisit it and like change that texture.
I mean, what I thought the cosmetic does is it turns your body like an undead, corrupted kind of skin. With the things right here on the side that look like the rib cage. I thought that is the rib cage, but then if you go to the 3D model, it is not. It is.
It's more like your abs are being outlined by the molten stuff.
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
so like the armor, I wasn't like you could definitely look at it like it's the rib cage and it turns you more undead skin. I'm for that. It's 100, like whatever. I was under the assumption it was more. It's armor, and then it looked like rib cage, but it was still armor. and then
It was
the
just
glove.
armor over. It wasn't actually changing your body.
Yeah, it wasn't actually changing your body. It was just armor that had the glowing effect, which makes more sense if you're gonna have the female and male versions both the same. If you're like 100% like go that route. This way, if you're gonna do this, number one, it's more like a race change than it is an armor change.
I kind
Remember-
of agree.
Yeah, it's kind of hard not to
But
agree with that
at
one.
the same time, it's not actually a true race change. But
It's not a true race change. I agree with that, but it's changing your skin. It's changing like it's not like there's very little of this is actual armor. Like you have the helmet, the shoulders, the belt, some of the leg bits.
and like yeah,
It's mainly showing off this lava skin that's underneath.
It kind of has a
Yeah.
point.
I mean, it's one of those. I guess I'm at a point where it's like that's kind of what I expected.
I
As said,
didn't
with my
expect
experience
it.
from Guild Wars 2. There's skins like this, and I
Yeah,
was just like, oh, this makes sense. I see what they're doing here. That's cool, and I was just like cool with it. Like, I guess the next question is, do you not like it because of that? Do you feel like it's weird that it's changing your race
Can I
or
go?
your character in such an extreme way?
Can I go first before Yoni goes on his rant?
go ahead.
All right, clarifying. I need to clarify. When I first saw this 3D render, I thought it's just a mob, like a boss or whatever. I didn't connect it to the Dark Allegiance, the Face of Sorrow, cosmetic art until it got pointed out to me, which made me raise my eyebrows a little bit because, like I said earlier, I did not expect it to look the way it does. The shoulders and the helmet, yes, they remind me of said concept art. Just the way the concept art looks with the long cloak and the rib cage and just the overall level of corruption. I thought, which is dark red magic was with the ship and whatever. That's why
I think we're at a
I
point,
was.
though, we need to reserve that part of the judgment. Like,
No, I'm
focus
saying no.
on
I'm just
the
saying that's the only thing that confused me a little bit. But besides that, the 3D render, I dig it. I really, really do. But it's not like, oh my god, this is fucking horrible. No, it's like, yeah, this looks really dope, and I want to see this in game. I want to see this on a I don't know 7 foot tall orc, because that would look really dope.
I want to see this on my Tolnar. Well, I guess we'll see what Tolnar will look like.
That was also a first thought I had too. That's also what first thought I had too. Is like, if you're showing off the cosmetic, why put it on a dwarf?
Yeah,
I mean, I think that was just to show it off.
hey, Yoni, let's be honest here, all right? Anything you put on a dwarf looks 10 times better than putting it on a freaking elf, all right? Let's just be fucking honest here, all right? Because if you want to show off some plate armor sets, you don't put it on a stick. You put it on a meat. You put it on some meat.
People have been like, people have argued with me, like saying if you're gonna make a cosmetics to look good on all races, and I agree with that 100%. They have to, like, you're gonna show off all the races, but like humans are like the default.
Yeah.
So like, why not, if you're gonna show off something for the very first time, why not show it off on the default size, like how you showing it in its truest form, and then having like the other variations of it. I don't know.
I guess I just see it as like a reminder that there are other races, and it's nice to see that this will fit on the other races. I guess looking at this, I also assume that it will fit on a human, and they have done all the other work, and their systems are working, and they didn't just like craft it for the dwarf, and it's like they can't actually.
Is there anything else regarding this specific 3D render that you guys want to talk about? Otherwise, we're gonna move on to another topic.
No. I'm interested to see what the female variation looks like.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting with the boobs,
because it can't any female features. Because now that I know it's a skin and changing your skin, I don't want it to look like, I don't want this to turn my female, like anyone's female character into like just a standard eye. If it was just armor, I would understand. If it's changing your skin, it makes no sense.
Hey, Steven is in chat. Ask him. Don't look at me. Just ask him.
I'm not.
But anyways, moving on.
Next topic.
So,
Yoni, what we got?
Unless you have any.
Next topic on terms of news topics, we have the hybrid combat, the dev discussion 28 hybrid combat.
Okay, I have
What?
a frustration I want to talk about with my communication with the
Oh,
community.
we're so doing that now. Oh, we're so.
All right,
Staggerson is
so-
frustrated. Oh my god, we got a hybrid comments.
So-
doing that.
Yes.
Just to point out, all right, so the dev discussion 28 hybrid combat. The question is the dev discussion.
Did I write
In
that right?
terms of Ash's in Ash's hybrid combat, where do you think where do you think you'd be spreading your character? Majority action combat, action based skills, majority tab based skills, and even mix of both. Why? And then that's the questions based, and then the people comment and stuff. You could go ahead, Stackerson.
Okay. Oh, actually, I want to say one frustration was I thought they were going to be more like, how do you imagine the hybrid system working? And I had written up a whole comment for like how I imagine the hybrid system working. And then when I actually read the question, it was just like, what you'd prefer. I deleted everything. I was just like, okay, I prefer action. But my frustration is with the community is there's a lot of people who when they from my perspective, I guess. I don't know if that's what I want to say. Anyways, what I'm seeing, they're more asking for, do you prefer to aim your skills or do you prefer to tab your skills? There's a lot of people who are, when arguing this, are more thinking action combat versus hybrid and all the other things that come with the action combat or tab and all the other things I've seen in games that incorporated these different systems. So for example, I was arguing with someone and he said he didn't act like action combat because of the dodging component of what he's seen in action games, as well as how quick the skills were. He thought all the skills in action games were instant. To me, that is not actually the question. It is, do you prefer to aim your skills or do you prefer your skills to automatically go to your target? So that has caused some frustration for me where it's like what people are being asked isn't quite getting through. And while I don't know exactly how the hybrid system will end, for me saying you don't like action combat but really not liking dodge and instant skills isn't really helpful to this full conversation.
I mean, my issue always is that first up, a lot of people have a different opinion what action combat is, right?
And that's the thing is when they're talking about action combat here, they're
They
talking about
need
aiming your skills.
free aim.
As Steven has said, is he considers the totem ability. I think it's still called totem, where the cleric places the cleansing or the healing damaging area. He considers that an action area ability
it
because
is.
you're aiming it. There's a lot of people that wouldn't define it as such because they've seen those kind of abilities in tab systems.
Yeah, but those people are idiots.
But that's still what I'm talking to those people on the forums, so I'm just like frustrated.
No, I get what you're saying. The problem that a lot of people is when they think action combat, they think Black Desert Online, which is, for me, first up, there is no action combat, because if you want action combat, you can, I don't know, consider any game that has a little bit of action combat, right? The definition or
for example, the person I was talking to, sorry, I cut you off, but the person I was talking to considered Guild Wars 2 action combat.
Guild Wars 2 is hybrid.
I would consider Guild Wars 2 hybrid.
But still, like a lot of tab there.
Yeah, but depends. No, it depends. Guild Wars 2,
it kind of also depends on your class,
your class and the way you set up your options. Because
a lot of the skills are kind of locked in.
You can unlock those. Like I play a necromancer with a staff. I can either make it so it's tab targeting and my staff abilities, which normally you
can just always shoot tab skills forward and they just go.
Yeah, but you can also lock them on, like things that you would normally place on the floor, like for example the staff on the necromancer, where you place it on the floor. If you go into options and you select the lock on option, as soon as you have somebody in target and you use that skill, you don't have to aim it. It just automatically drops it on whoever you have in target, if he's in range.
I didn't know that was doing actually.
Yeah, so that,
like if you go to Guild Wars 2's option system, the amount of customization that it has is just mind-boggling.
Yeah.
Because you can do whatever you want.
Like
Whatever you shall, it will
when
be.
I was actively raiding in Guild Wars 2 in PvE, I mostly had okay, first up, let me clarify this. Action combat for me doesn't exist. It's either tab targeting or free aim. Free aim is you gotta cross.
That's how I differentiate.
Exactly, same here. So free aim for me is something where you have a crosshair and you aim, and you shoot in a direction like, I don't know, a first-person shooter. That for me is free aim. Action combat doesn't exist.
Mhm.
So in Guild Wars 2, when I was doing PvE, I mostly did non-tab targeting combat, meaning most of my skills had to be aimed or placed on the ground. When I was doing PvP, different story. Most of my skills were lock on, like tab targeting. So the question now is, and I think that's where your frustration comes from, is a lot of people don't really understand the difference. A lot of people think, okay, action combat is something where you are like, I don't know, a ninja on crack doing a 360 while also killing 5 people at the same time, like Black Desert Online, right? Black Desert Online is neither tab targeting or action combat. They have some elements, yeah, but they're not free aim either. They're mostly AoE based. It's more like Diablo in that sense. So I think that's why this week's discussion regarding what people prefer is a little bit complicated, and I get where your frustration comes from because of that. Like, I would consider, Terra more action combat than Black Desert Online.
Can you say the Diablo part again? Because
most skills in Black Desert Online are AoE based. Most skills in Diablo are AoE based.
So they're kind of just very forgiving to use. I think when he's equating as like free aim skills, part of using the skill is actually aiming it
Exactly.
and like being able to predict your target. If you're just dropping an AoE that you know is going to always hit your target, it's like easy to aim. It's
Exactly.
not really action combat.
Yeah. I mean, I remember
It's not really part of the skill.
Black Desert.
What did you consider like Black Desert Online, where you said like
AoE spamming. I consider Black Desert Online AoE spamming. Positioning.
Okay.
I don't know what you want to call that.
Do you consider that action combat, or do you consider that to be tab?
Well, he kind of. It sounds like. Sorry, you can explain your BCG. Sorry, I think I understand what BCG is saying. It's just he considers free aiming being part of the skill.
Exactly.
In BDO, aiming isn't really part of any of the skill.
You have to look in the direction.
You have to like, direct your skills, but it's not like you're like aiming up and trying to line up or predict or you're shooting like a projectile weapon and you have to predict where your target is going to be to actually use the skill. It's just AoE dump.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like, you played Diablo, right? You played Diablo, right?
Yeah, I played Diablo.
Have you played Black Desert Online?
Yes.
So both scenarios. In Diablo, you fight a large group of mobs. Most of your skills are AoE based. Black Desert Online, you fight a large group of mobs. Most of your skills are AoE based. Yes, there is some aiming, but it's not like headshots or whatsoever, right?
Yeah, it's not headshots. It's not body shots.
The
it's
direction.
Projectile based.
It's
like.
I feel like we're not
playing-
debating. I think we're not talking about the topic itself. When
we're going off track. This is what we do. We go off track. Don't change this.
What is tab and what is action?
There is no action. That's what I'm getting at. There is no real action combat. There is either the AoE spam that is Black Desert Online and Diablo, or there is the free aim aspect, which I think Terra has that to some degree.
Yeah, Terra's action combat. It's considered like.
You know why it's called action combat? Because marketing says it's action combat because it sounds cool. Welcome to our newest game. We have action combat.
I think most of the skills are action. At least I played Berserker, and that was
yeah. But doesn't the mage
lock and trying to like land my skills? It was definitely action.
Yeah. So you have to aim. It was free aim, right?
Yep, it was free aim, and right. It was a pain in the ass as a Berserker.
Exactly.
In terms of the top, and so in terms of the actual like forum topic of like hybrid combat,
right.
I don't until we get the combat system itself, like the hybrid combat itself, I couldn't say what percentage I'd be using. As someone that's played right now, every testing phase we've had, and played both the more action oriented side of the testing and more tab target side of the testing. There are elements of both that I like. But like depending on the class you're playing, it varies very widely different. Like an action combat healer plays entirely different than a tab targeting healer.
Yeah, and that's what. Yeah, I don't know. And that's another thing is it's like I don't
Okay.
need to go into it.
Can I give my
I
answer?
feel like action is better for delivering the class fantasy of certain classes and especially certain play styles, and then tab is better for others. So like tab, I mean, I think there's some cool ways you could do it. A warlock tab dotting in an action system,
I would dig that. That
like
would be.
but that is a system that is definitely based off tab, where it's like you tab, you dot, you tab, you dot, except. And then when you come to like melee classes, I think there's some really cool stuff you can do with more action free aim skills. Oh, you're such a beautiful girl.
Yes.
Let me give my
and
answer.
then even with like Ranger, I think Ranger, the fantasy of Ranger is more aiming. So there's a lot you could do more in an action free aim system than tab.
Can I give my answer?
Yeah.
Neither. It's situational. We know that action. Okay, I'm gonna call it action combat, but it's on action combat.
I don't like the term either.
I don't like
I prefer free aim. I've
yeah,
just
free aim.
adopted it because that's what everyone calls it online.
We have to dumb it down. So let's call it action combat. Okay, so action combat. We know that action combat does more DPS, right? Does more damage because of the.
We don't know the trade-offs yet.
Yeah.
Because like for the
But
trade-offs could be cleave or what.
Okay.
That's one thing that's hotly debated online. It's like, how do you make proper trade-offs for having to aim your skills?
Didn't they say that because of the fact that you have to skill your aims, action combat will do a little bit more damage? Wasn't that confirmed somewhere?
Something like that.
Okay.
I think they've said that, but it was more of an example of how they would balance the two.
Okay.
Because they do want to give action something.
Okay.
Because it would be so like hard. I could just imagine this where basically Rangers were able to hit every skill with their tabs and just like basic attacks.
Aimbots. Okay, let's finish my.
Make it projectile. Make it projectile.
Let me finish mine real quick. Going based on the assumption, and this is not a confirmed fact, just going based on the assumption, and I don't know if Steven is still watching, he is still in the viewer list as a VIP, I don't know if he can confirm this or not. If action combat does increase damage, I would prefer action combat for PvE. Simply, PvE, after a while, you get into the habit and you know what's going on and it becomes a routine. PvP is always a shit show and complete chaos. So I would prefer more damage in PvE, get the fight over quicker. In PvP, I would prefer my stuff to hit no matter what.
And now we're almost getting into the
that's another thing where I think even in your example, it depends on the class. Like if you're a healer and you're having to target who you're dealing with, it's a lot different than AoE heals. That's what action combat or free aim healing is I'm laying down like in most
Darkfall. That is true free aim healing. Is Darkfall.
Darkfall, but in almost every other action combat game,
yeah, they just are lazy and like AoE heals, which
it's AoE heals, it's fountains, it's laying down even inside the castle siege mode, which I can't talk about because it's not under an NDA. It's not under verbal NDA. That was lifted for us, which you can't show anything from it. You aimed at somebody, shot your wand, and then you could heal people that way. That's a thing that a lot of other like action combat oriented healing games do. So really and truthfully, I think it does depend on the class and like even in your situation, BCG.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's so. And then it also comes down to the gameplay, like what kind of gameplay are they looking for? Because like the castle, like traditional tab I want to call it a castle, where it's just you all are mobbed together and just AoE and tab, and I just don't like that kind of gameplay. I think it's boring. I like when big battles get spread out, so you're actually able to play the game instead of just spam your AoEs and hope you win over that. You do more damage over the opponent.
I want to say
It kind
something.
of reminds me of Guild Wars 2 a bit.
I mean, that's how
Like
Guild Wars 2 definitely works. It's just like two
And
groups, AoEs. Whoever wins the AoE battle wins the fight. It's not like
I want to say something. So
just say it.
no, I can't because it's under
Just say
NDA. No, I can't. And I would break NDA.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Then
so
shut the hell up.
I just want to say that so bad, but no, I can't.
So-
Bad BCG.
in terms of people's views, most people even now, after like all the explanations of what Action Combat's going to be like, they still expect Ashes of Creation to be like Guild Wars 2 Hybrid Combat 2.0, like just a better version of Guild Wars 2 combat, Action Combat.
I mean, that assumption isn't
say-
far away based on what we've seen so far.
And
Just
then
like the video I'm playing
from
right now looks a lot like Guild Wars 2.
what Sam Chuck Beck, I don't know how to say your name. Just said about I prefer dumb Action Combat because it requires more skill. Tab requires more skill if you have 100 skills and chain. So like most game, almost every game has combos. But like something that I think Black Desert Online had, I really liked and something that I think should be in more Action Combat oriented game is having more of, instead of button mashing combos, like you have more of a fighter game type combo to where like it's like it had like I think Black Desert Online had it in the corner where you showed you like do this move, like do like these move in succession, and then
You
you
can see
get,
there's some moves that like activated quicker based off, and then you could do like a fighting game combo.
yeah, do like more like take inspiration, like MMO is taking inspiration from fighting games to where how their combos work.
Sorry, I actually disagree. I don't, because in BDO it kind of has that, and maybe it's just because I have friends who are professional fighter game players.
Like Blade and Soul.
So I don't like being juggled. And that's kind of what happens in BDO. In BDO, it's like you have to get your CC on your target, and whoever lands a CC goes in and starts comboing someone. I prefer a game that's more like, I don't know, WoW, where it's like you're kind of both trading blows, getting down. I mean, there's some combos there. You know, you CC and then you land something or do something else, but it's not like
The constant.
0 to death kind of situation
Yeah,
where you just get.
that's something. Black Desert Online has a battle royale, which is called Shadow Arena, which has the same issues that Black Desert Online has. That why that game will never take off. There's something in Black Desert Online which people call stunlock of death, right? Certain classes can literally stun lock you and then break the laws of physics and just constantly keep you in the air and kill you that way, which, if you're overgeared or whatever, makes combat, hit and run, get your stun in, kill the person. If you cannot get your stun in, you just run the other way. While in World of Warcraft, you have counters, you have crowd control, and you can counter those, right? Black Desert Online has one, which is, pressing V and getting the fuck out. So for me personally, having stun like that is just, it's boring. It doesn't take any brain, just get in, stun, kill, done.
Yeah, no, just it's not even the infinite stun. It's just the fact that it's like someone can combo you, you can't do anything, and then you're at the same place you were before you were being stun locked, where it's like, okay, who's going to land the next stun and be able to do some damage? I like being like WoW, where I mean, you kind of just charge at each other and you're kind of doing damage. You might be interrupting or stunning each other every now and then, but you're still like playing the game, trying to be optimal with your rotation. I know people hate that word, but
Right. We're close to the.
okay. I want to continue one more thing why I like hybrid, just because we're on the topic.
All right, go for it.
And I guess I don't know if this is even applicable because I feel like we've cooled down on this topic.
Go for it anyways.
I like it. It's kind of back to the Zerg ball mentality.
All right.
I don't like how tab skills go through everyone and just hit whatever you want. To me, it makes it too easy to get focused down. So battles are less games of attrition and more just focus. So it's really, and even if it doesn't happen, just the idea that, and like, wow, in a big fight, you're just one focus assist macro away from death. People could just like, a group of 20 people could just focus assist, use one instant skill, and you die. It's harder for that to happen in a more free aim system where not only can people get in the way, but you need to draw a line of sight to your target. And the more people around it, the harder it is to draw a line of sight.
What would you think of tab target? I mean, we know we have character collision, right? What if tab targeting
worked off collision?
Yes.
So it was kind of like, yes.
For example, for example, so for the viewers to explain what I mean. I don't like Phase. I want to kill him with a fireball, right?
God damn it, bro.
And I got him in tab target. So now I'm levitating, pun intended. I'm levitating to shoot my fireball at Faisal, which is tab targeting. But now Stackerson ends up in the line of sight in which the fireball travels, and Stackerson gets hit instead of Yoni, instead of Faisal, because Stackerson stepped in front of Faisal. So it would be
I would love that indeed.
Oh,
yeah, I like really, and then you can even have abilities that like ignore that, like healing abilities that kind of like how we see the heal ability works. It goes up in the air and then comes down on the target. You could even have, I would be fine with some like other offensive tag abilities like dots working like that, where you could like dot Faisal from behind me, but you can't. It'd be ideal if these abilities didn't do like instant damage.
Yeah, but
So
wouldn't that also increase the workload of the server by like twice the amount?
Not really, because usually you are still doing like a ray cast, even a tab system. You still want to do some kind of ray cast to check for line of sight. So if you just also take in consideration the collision boxes,
collision boxes,
of
then
friends, then
yeah, but let me
wait.
Wait.
So I don't know how you group these things. If you
calculate in I'm gonna try to dumb this down as much as I can. In normal targeting, the server calculates where you are, what you do, who's in your target, and if you have line of sight. Then that information gets transferred to the client, which is the user.
Correct.
In what we're just talking about, the server would have to calculate what you have in target, what you do. Then it would be a projectile, whatever. It would travel a certain amount, and it would have to calculate at any point if it would have an interaction with any other object, like a player.
So I mean, it depends how you do it.
I'm not an expert. I just know the basics.
Skills could work with normal because we're going to. It sounds like we're going to have projectiles with like free aim. So if there's some projectiles with tab, I would just like if there was just a simple ray cast. It's the same logic that would be used to check if Faisal is behind a wall. Would also check if I'm in the way.
But you're always you would be a factor that is always moving, while most other things are stationary.
Well, raycast is one. It's like a hit scan.
Okay.
It would happen once. So it would be like you cast your fireball, and the moment you cast your fireball, if I'm in the way, it does that raycast. It's like, okay, nope, mixed stack's in the way. It's going to go towards mixed stack. I mean, there could be some projectiles, but at the very least, if there was something that did the hit scan.
And I assume Stackerson isn't talking about all the abilities.
You see,
I would like most tab abilities to work like that. You could have some that ignore.
You know what? Let's do this. I'm gonna try to get Jeff on a podcast. I know this is probably gonna be the hardest thing. I don't think it's gonna happen. But if we get somebody from the technical department, from one of the devs,
I would love to talk to Jeff.
Right? Because we could ask him this stuff.
Well, I mean, it's also Steven. I mean, Steven also has a strong opinion on how he wants combat to work.
No. I'm just talking about like
how we want combat to look. So
no.
I'm
just
like asking him technical questions.
Technical questions, questions.
Yeah.
You know,
not like how it's going to work, if this is possible.
Yeah, that stuff. Not
mechanics behind the. Yeah, I guess he would.
Yeah.
Know, he should know the mechanics behind the skills because he's asking for the devs to make those mechanics.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
like
he's
I
not-
would just like to know, hey, what we just talked about from a technical point, not even doesn't matter if it's in Ashes or not, or nothing to do with Ashes, just from a dev perspective, is this possible? How hard would this be?
It is.
I know it is.
okay.
Just
I guess I don't know if it is in their game, but like
no, we're not talking about that.
have
No.
dev'd games. I
Okay.
know how this kind of thing works.
All right.
I just don't know how they actually handle this kind of stuff with tab, and if there's some kind of list where they don't actually factor in certain objects in the collision detection.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's like stuff like that. I would love to ask Jeff. I mean, Bacon said he would be back on, but I think we don't have any more questions for Bacon, at least at this point. So
yeah, it'll be more. I don't know. I love Bacon.
Bacon is awesome.
But it'd be more fun to be able to talk to him when he has more time to. He has more things he could talk about.
Exactly.
With his experience working at the studio.
Yeah. Okay. Are we done for today? I think we're done for today.
We
I think
have
we are.
other
We've-
topics, but they're not like news topics, so we can save them. for
We can save them. We can put them in the topic dump. That is like Do you have anything else to say? No.
Nope.
Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you, Stephen, for joining us. We appreciate your clarification. I'm gonna make sure to upload this video, including the chat, which Stephen used to answer our questions, to YouTube within the week, so everybody can check up on what he explained and what sort of information he gave us. So as always, guys, stay safe, stay healthy, wear your goddamn masks, and we will see you on the Ashes Creation Community Discord.
Next next podcast should be the 28th if they do.
Do we have to
Yeah,
push it? Do we have to push it by a week, or
We might need to push it by a week. I don't know. It depends. Like it's like the podcast, like the live stream's supposed to be on the last Friday of every month, but
it will be the 26th?
it'd be the 26th. So technically, if we did the 28th, it'd be after that. But they might push back the live stream to the 2nd. I'm not entirely sure.
Steven, are
Sometimes
you
we
still
do.
watching? Steven, are you still watching? I see you still.
He's
I see
busy.
you. I don't. He's watching this podcast. He's not that busy.
I very much just appreciate that he came in and answered.
I
those
really do
questions,
appreciate it
because
as
that was
well.
really awesome.
Yeah.
Because it's like we go on those long rants of speculation of, are the claws actually there? Do your eyes actually glow? It was just like, your eyes glow,
okay.
you get claws.
I mean, yeah, we got what was it? What did he say? What was the magic he said? What was it?
Oh,
What?
The caravan
Shrink magic.
Yeah.
Shrink magic.
Drink magic.
yeah.
Okay, everybody.
I still think it's fucking bullshit, but you guys.
It's
are
not
okay
fucking-
with
it makes sense if you're a fucking Stackerson.
Makes sense. What do you mean?
It's more from, I like the idea of people having kind of that freedom to design themselves.
100%
they
agree with
want.
that. 100% agree with like give the design team the freedom to do what they want. Don't stick to
Exactly.
a specific thing, but don't give it bullshit answers for why it works.
Paislo, you're frustrated that we're not stopping.
Okay, we're done. We're done. We're done.
I'm
We're
cool
done.
with it.
I'm calling the plug.
Cool with it.
All right,
But
everybody.
we're just circling around.
Everybody, stay safe, stay healthy. We catch you guys later. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.